miles. That's about Sicily, 26,000 square kilometers, which makes about 10,000 square miles.
That's been a rather intense morning with getting up before 5 for a 5 a.m. virtual tour of Italy, of Sicily, which was very interesting and very informative with a lot of visual aids, which I really liked. I've signed up for a few more of these virtual tours of Italy, so I'll be probably getting up early again, or maybe just watching a replay. And then I decided to hit the gym, because I usually actually on Sundays I sleep in and rest and don't do much, but yesterday I had a very slow kind of lazy day, which started very early as well, 6 a.m. with a 6 a.m. call with my sisters, and then I just felt so sleep deprived and so tired that I actually just slept for a few hours and got up for lunch, and then just read and chilled for most of the afternoon. So I feel like I got my rest yesterday, so today I can be productive and active again. This is now the second day in a row where I fell asleep after breakfast. I got up early this morning, yesterday as well, and then I did a few things, and then I had my breakfast, and then I fell asleep on the couch. Just, with my blankie. It's also starting to feel like autumn, which is maybe the reason. I mean, a lot of rain and strong winds, and kind of a cool feeling in the air. Even right now I'm wearing socks and long pants, which is so unusual. I spent half the year in Australia in tiny little shorts and tops because it's just so incredibly hot. So the season is changing, or maybe I'm getting old, one of the two. And today I want to talk to you about family, because I've been thinking about family a lot lately. Since I announced to my friends that I was going to move back to Europe next year, they've been supportive. Not terribly happy about it, but supportive of that decision. And one of my girlfriends actually sent me this article about the benefits of moving closer to family. So that particular article was about this American family where the adult children with their families moved up north somewhere in the US to be closer together with the rest of the family who were already based there. And not everybody was excited about the location because it was cooler, and I don't quite recall what the other aspects of that particular location were deciding about settling there, but they all moved to that one spot, one town to be close together. And there were many benefits quoted about that kind of lifestyle: the social life, the being able to see each other face to face on a regular basis, and supporting each other with various duties and tasks, with child minding, and and all of that. So it paints like a beautiful picture for me. It paints this kind of image of a village that you have around you, your tribe, your actual blood family, and people that you love and care about, etc. Obviously, you can be trying to live close to family, but overall, there was such a strong drive for that particular family to make that, to shift their lives and to make that big change and to bring everybody together in the same spot. And, I didn't quite think much of it. I appreciated the value of it, but I read the article and didn't think much of it since, until now. And this is also because another one of my great friends lent me this book to read. It's called Italian Ways, and it's about this British gentleman, Tim Parks, the author, who moves from UK to Italy, and then he spends upwards of 30 years there and spends a lot of time on trains. So he shares various observations about Italians and their railway system and how it all works, and he's basically learning about Italians and Italian life and values. It's quite an interesting read. I'm about halfway through, more than halfway through it now. It's fascinating. I'm learning quite a lot. A lot of interesting things here. But one of the things he mentions is that the trains are very much used by a lot of people for work. Hello, Puss Puss. Hello, gorgeous. Because for Italians, the priority is to actually stay in their city, village, town, wherever they grew up, where the rest of their family is, to stay there and to commute quite large distances sometimes to get to work. So it's not about moving to be closer to work, but actually staying where you are, where your tribe is, where your family is, and doing whatever it takes to get to work, but with the priority being living close to family. And that, I am starting to appreciate that more and more, especially now as I'm getting older, because that was never a priority for me. In my 20s and even throughout my 30s, I still felt like my priority is my freedom and my ability to just go off wherever I want to be and to explore the world and explore the kind of countries that excite me and places and be able to just fly free. Like that was literally the priority. That has been a priority for me for so many years. I also feel like this is really also behind why I've been single so much of my adult life, because it means that I can just pack up and go. And I don't have to take into account anybody else's wishes about where I should be. And I don't have to stay somewhere because of somebody else, because of a partner and my own family, etc. So that freedom, that's been such a priority until now. Now, it's a strange and new shift for me. So I'm not quite yet doing that. We're not all coming together into one place. My family is spread out throughout Europe. So me moving to Italy is not quite bringing the family together into one spot yet. But what we have actually mentioned in that conversation is that it would be actually pretty awesome if we all retired and moved back to Poland or wherever we happen to choose. But if we were all to sort of move back into one place and live in one village or town, so somewhere close to nature. And there's a lot of beautiful towns in Poland, especially near the mountains. It's also colder there, which is the reason I'm not quite going straight to Poland from Australia now. I want the warmer climate, and I still want to explore Italy. I feel like I still am not quite ready to retire and settle into one place. But whenever that decision is made about all of us shifting back to Poland, and picking a place, picking literally a neighborhood or a village where we all moved to, like, oh my god, I did not expect how much joy that thought would bring me. To be able to have my family in my life in such an alive and deep, active, powerful way. So I do feel like there's almost like this kind of new spring in my step about this situation that, first of all, we will be on one continent from next year, which is a big improvement. But some years down the track, whenever we decide to retire or move back into one area, then that will happen, and we will grow all together, and we will be catching up for our weekly coffees and chats, or cooking for each other, or for going to see each other for dinners, etc., traveling together and doing all these things that have been tricky for a while now. And I completely acknowledge that that won't necessarily be easy, because when it comes to family, life isn't always easy. And it's so easy to be on good terms when we're all far away from each other and we only chat occasionally and online whenever we choose to. But I'm ready to embrace that. I'm really excited about the future. I have no idea what exactly is going to happen, where life will take me in the end, but the plans look really, really exciting and promising. Okay, and now I really need to make lunch because I'm hungry. Thank you so much for listening. Bye.